Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you have kicked your day on a very good note, and I'm assuming some of you have reached your destination and the others are on their way to their destination. For some, life is beautiful, but for the others, it's not always bed of roses. Life has different surprises for everyone, and who knows what's in store for us. I'm your host Iftika, and I will take you on an amazing journey called Map of Me. In today's episode, we will be talking about a very important topic and some sensitive issue. And we will try to explore this topic at every angle possible, understand it better, and find a better solution for it. At the end of this episode, we will give you a chance to answer a few questions and win exciting prizes. So let's start our show today. The conversation with the psychologist was quite insightful. Now let's talk to the people of Kolkata and hear their thoughts on mental health.
Hello everyone, and I'm Haya Yusuf. Today I'm here in the most renowned college of Calcutta, Jadavpur University. Usually there will be many students around, but since it's a pandemic, everything is online. So the reason why I'm here today is because today's topic in this episode is mental health, and it's not a joke. And there's no doubt that students are the ones who suffer from mental health the most. That is because we are pressurized at such a young age. So today we're going to go around and speak to different people and see what their take is on mental health. Depression, anxiety, and all these other mental health problems are slowly coming out and are into the public. It's not anymore a hush-hush topic. So we're going to go around and see what people have to say about it.
Understanding mental health is imperative, but utilizing the knowledge of the topic to seek help for us and the others and applying the knowledge about it in our everyday life is of utmost importance too. The more we discuss about this topic, the more aware we become about it and better chances for us to reach out and seek the help we need the most. Everyone has something unique to offer when it comes to mental health. And what's amazing is that people are aware of the subject and they know that mental health is as important as physical health. Psychologists and entrepreneurs emphasizes the importance of mental health on our overall life as it impacts our mood, behavior, relationship with ourselves and the others. We also learned the importance of mental health and how learning a few skills can be proved helpful. These skills will help you to change your perspective and adapt habits that are good for your mental agility. And these skills will also help you to become more passionate and patient towards the people who are facing mental health issues. We all are together in this.
So what do you understand by the term mental health?
Mental health to me is as important as physical health because it is also a part of our being. So I think mental health is a very important topic. We need to talk more about it. So, yeah.
And how the terms college campus and mental health, how are they related? Are they any at all related?
Yes, they are, because in this this is a sphere where we explore ourselves, where we learn new things, and I think it's very important to talk about mental health in this space because this is the reason for a lot of mental health problems and can be a reason for a lot of mental health issues also. And it can and if there's the college campus is a very good place, if it's a very organic and very wholesome place, then the mental health issues can also be reduced by like this, by good administration and good there should be a balance between studies and life. So I think that is something that is very important.
And like what is your opinion about, like, is it mental health is a discrete topic, so can you tell us your opinion about that? Should it be more public, or is it like a hush-hush thing to talk about?
It is a hush-hush thing right now, but it definitely should be more public. As a person who seeks therapy myself, I think that it's very important to talk about mental health in public because it's basically, if you have a broken arm, you'd go and talk and say that I have a broken arm, I need to see the doctor. So why not talk about I have depression, I have anxiety, so I should see a therapist. I think I will see a therapist. Why isn't that a hush-hush topic? I mean, there's no logic behind it. So I think it's very important to publicize it and talk about it more openly and freely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How would you think that people would react if you tell them, like, I have to take a leave from work or college because of my mental health?
I think that would really depend because see, sensitization hasn't really permeated through different levels of the society equally, right? So I'd say that I'd get a mixed response. I can vouch that some professors would definitely connect with what I am saying at the moment if I genuinely am able to sort of articulate my issue at that point in time, which is about certain limitations I'm facing due to mental health issues. They'd be considerable, I think. But on the other hand, I can also say that I may not get the same reaction in a lot of places, especially the employment sector. I guess till now, what I've discovered of it, I don't think the same reaction is sort of expected when it comes to the entire society. Yeah.
Hi. So, what do you think of the term mental health?
For me, mental health is actually the state of being I am in. মানে আমি কি ভাবছি বা আমার আশেপাশের পরিবেশ আমাকে কীভাবে ইনফ্লুয়েন্স করছে এবং তার মধ্যে থেকে আমার এই মুহূর্তে কি অবস্থা, আমি কি সেটাকে কীভাবে নিতে পারছি কি নিতে পারছি না, বা আমার মানে মনের বা আমার চিন্তাধারার কি হচ্ছে এখন পরিস্থিতি, সেটা আমার মেন্টাল হেলথ বলে মনে হয়। সেটা কখনো কিছু কথা দ্বারা ভালোভাবে ইনফ্লুয়েন্স হতে পারে, কিছু কথা দ্বারা খারাপভাবে ইনফ্লুয়েন্স হতে পারে। সো দ্যাট অ্যাকর্ডিং টু মি ইজ দ্য মেন্টাল হেলথ কন্ডিশন।
And are you aware of your own emotional well-being?
Yes, we all know that in this pandemic situation, everybody has been alone some way or the other. So I think it is this period when our mental health is being affected the most. So I think, yes, it has affected me, and I think it has affected you and many others as well. So for me, I think the time is that we should stay together more closely and help each other out in this difficult situation.
Hi. So, what comes in your mind when you hear the term mental health?
Yeah, actually mental health is very important because mental health, I think it is very important because in every situation we need to cope up with various challenges in our life. Like in this pandemic, many are getting depressed also, staying in the home alone, and also like in the work also they are getting out of their job, they are losing their job. So I think to compensate this, mental health is very much important, and I think a good friendship and a good mate is very important to cope up with this, as they can discuss. Like suicidal cases are also very common in this, increasing nowadays. So I think this is a very important part, like our physical.
Hi. So, what comes in your mind when I say the word mental health?
যেটা আসে প্রথম মাথায় মেন্টাল হেলথ শব্দটা শুনলে, এখন মানে বর্তমান পরিস্থিতিতে এই শব্দটাকে গুরুত্ব দেওয়া না হলেও, এখন তাও কিছু কিছু জায়গায় দেওয়া হয়, কিন্তু দেওয়া না হলেও এটা ভীষণ বেসিক একটা মানে রেগুলার বেসিসে করাটা, মানে প্রত্যেকের সচেতন হওয়া উচিত এই বিষয়টা নিয়ে। কারণ প্রত্যেক দিন আমাদের মধ্যে এই ডিপ্রেশন, ফ্রাস্ট্রেশন ইত্যাদি শব্দগুলো রেগুলার লাইফের সাথে জড়িত। তো এবার গ্লোবালাইজেশনের পর থেকে বিভিন্ন ক্ষেত্রে আর কি এই ফেসবুক, হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ জাতীয় জিনিসপত্র আমাদের লাইফে এসেছে, এবং তার ফলে একাকিত্ব মার্কা শব্দগুলো বেড়েছে। ফলে মেন্টাল হেলথ শব্দটা ভীষণ গুরুত্বপূর্ণ এবং সচেতন হওয়া উচিত সবার।
And are you aware of your own emotionally self-being?
হ্যাঁ, খানিক তো বটেই, কিন্তু মানে কিছু কিছু ক্ষেত্রে যেগুলো নিজে সচেতন হওয়া যায় ততটা প্রত্যেকেই চেষ্টা করি সচেতন হওয়ার। এবার যে ক্ষেত্রে এখনও অবধি সেই পজিশন হয়তো বা আসেনি, কিন্তু কোনোদিনও যদি সেরকম পজিশন আসে যে নিজে সেটাকে সচেতন হয়েও কিছু করা যাচ্ছে না, অবভিয়াসলি সেখানে কাউন্সিলরের মানে সাহায্য নেওয়া উচিত।
And last question. So, what do you think? How will people react? If you tell them, I need a day off because of my mental health.
বাড়িতে বললে বলে জল খা, ঘুমিয়ে পড়। আর বাইরে বন্ধু বান্ধবদের মধ্যে হলে ওই যেহেতু শিক্ষা সচেতনতা মার্কা ব্যাপার আছে, তো তাহলে মানে বাড়িতে শিক্ষা সচেতনতা নেই এমনটা নয়, কিন্তু জেনারেশন গ্যাপ এবং ইত্যাদির ফলে জল খাওয়া ঘুমিয়ে পড়বার পজিশন থাকে আর
Because of your phone, you use your phone too much.
হ্যাঁ
And like, what about in workplace if you say that?
তারা সচেতন হয়, বিভিন্ন পরামর্শ দেয়, এটা করলে ঠিক হতে পারে বা ওটা করলে খানিক এটা থেকে কাটানো যেতে পারে বিষয়টা। এই এত অবধি বা কেউ মানে সেরকম পজিশনে এলে আমরা নিজেরা যখন কথা বলি কোনো কাউন্সিলরের সাথে কনসাল্ট করা উচিত এই ধরনের।
So you think they would understand, like you need a day off?
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ একেবারে।
Thank you so much for your time.
Wow, that was a beautiful insight as to what college students think of mental health. But now I think it's time to hear from an expert who's dealt in this matter. So let's go speak to her. Hello, so today we have Priyam Bhatia and Neenu Bhatia, two mental health experts. So why don't you all introduce yourself?
So I'm Neenu Budhia, a psychotherapist by profession and founder of Caring Minds, Iconfly Institute and Cafe Iconfly.
Hi, I'm Priyam Budhia. I'm the co-founder of Cafe Iconfly, which is a cafe run by special needs individuals, and also the head of new initiatives at Caring Minds, which is an institute of mental health.
So, what inspired you with Caring Minds, which is your institution of mental health, right? I mean, what are the challenges you faced to, like, while you were starting it, and
How you came about it?
Yeah.
So first thing is there is a story behind it. So I am born and brought up in Tinsukia in Assam, and with dreams of becoming a doctor, I grew up, and then I didn't find anything to do in Tinsukia because it was a small town, so there was no option for me to do science and do doctor. So I got married and came to Kolkata. And when my younger daughter Prachi started going to school, complaints started coming in. After complaints, my sixth sense told me there is something wrong, and I took her to Bangalore NIMHANS, and there I found that she is neither normal nor abnormal. She was diagnosed with low IQ, ADHD and bipolar. So I was totally devastated, and I went inside depression, and I was also become suicidal. And then I got my treatment begun, and after that I started my journey with only Prachi and my family. I was not knowing in the whole world what was happening. It was more about me, myself, and Prachi and my family. So after doing all Prachi's therapies, all her assessments, going around the world, seeking for help, because the still doctor was behind my mind, so I got certified myself of becoming a counselor and also becoming a special educator, so many other things. And when I came back to Kolkata, at last I accepted myself and Prachi, that Prachi is a special daughter and this is a gift from God, I must accept it. And that time I started my journey as a student counselor in JD Birla and Xavier's. And after that I also started sitting at the Wellview Clinic. There I realized, and also during my Prachi's time, that there was no single clinic in Kolkata where all issues related to mental health are under one roof.
Yeah.
So this idea was born that time into my mind. So Caring Minds, and that was the birth of Caring Minds, and I'm thrilled to say Caring Minds was my third baby. Thank you.
Wow, that's
And I'd just like to add, it's been a long journey with Caring Minds. It's been 8 years we've been in the city of Joy. And just to tell you a little bit about what Caring Minds does. So Caring Minds is a one-stop shop solution for anything and everything to do with mental health for one and all. It could be a child with special needs, it could be someone like you and me for stress, depression, relationship issues, anger, whatever. It could be someone in their old age for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. So the issue could be very mild or it could be severe.
But she was fortunate enough to have you. But some of us, we don't have, people to see that, okay, we're going through a problem. We have to find it out in ourselves. So what are the signs we should look for where we finally realize that I need help, my mental health is suffering, I can see some red flags. So what do we look for in ourselves?
Actually, there are two issues you are talking about. One is special child issue and one is mental health issue.
Yeah.
These two are totally two different compartments.
Right, okay.
So right now I'm talking about mental health first. So when mental health issues, so when you are not actually participating productively in your personal life, public life, professional life and social life, and you are not contributing enough to all these spheres, that means there is something wrong. And you have been lately found that you are either sleeping too much or sleeping too little, either eating too much or eating too little. So all these kind of things, if you are finding, then you must to go and seek help from a mental health professional.
And again, I'd like to add here that we do a lot of mental health awareness workshops in schools, colleges, corporates, all sorts of places, just to make people realize that we all need to get over this thing of log kya kahenge. And our main aim is to break that stigma, trash that taboo, break that stereotype. If you do have an issue, it's okay. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to seek help. And sometimes your friend or your family member may not be able to help you as much as a third person who is completely neutral, unbiased. The way they can help you, they can serve as a sounding board. So, we just say that get your loved ones the help they need, because we've seen so many people, especially last year, die out of depression and therefore suicide, right? So don't suffer in silence. Really get your loved ones the help they need.
So, can you give us three tips which young people like us and the young viewers who are watching can keep in mind for their mental health well-being?
Like mental health, I would say that I think the thing that I told you, that if they are able to contribute to their personal life, to their professional life, to their social life productively, that means they are doing well. This is the best parameter to know. If you are failing anywhere or if you are failing all the parameters, that means you need to go to a mental health professional. And why mental health professional, not a friend? Because friend will always be judgmental. I won't say that you say I am not judgmental. No, I won't say that. But a counselor or a mental health professional will not know you, and that will be highly confidential, and he will not judge you. He doesn't know you. Exactly. And he has expertise in this. So the totally experience will be very professional and different one.
I think for me, three things I would say to the younger audience who's watching us here today. One definitely is the attitude of gratitude, which is something that I practice on a daily basis. Just being really, being grateful and saying thank you for every small thing in your life, be it everything or every person. And how you can practice this is how I do it is maintaining a gratitude journal. So write, at the end of your day, you write down 3 things, small things, and I'm sure you have 5 minutes of your time, to write down 3 things that went well today and that you're grateful for, you're thankful for. Could be people, could be things, anything that lit up your day. So that's one thing. The second thing is starting your day on a high note. So that is positive visualization. So the moment you wake up, you just keep your eyes open or closed, whichever you prefer, and think of the 3 things that you want to achieve or accomplish by the end of the day, right? It could be you haven't been working on for a long time. So I want to work out. I definitely finally want to get back to my salsa dance lessons. And I want to finish that deadline, which I've been procrastinating for super long. So it could be anything. So you just start your day on a high note instead of, starting on a grumpy note or being super, groggy. Just think about 3 things and immediately, it's like caffeine to the brain. Right? So that's the second thing. And the third thing I would say is, again, something that I do is surrounding yourself with positive energy. I really believe in that. So the people you surround yourself with, declutter if required.
Yeah.
Because negative energy, negative vibes, it just brings your energy down.
Yeah.
So happy people, happy vibes, and just positivity, and having that attitude that can do attitude all the time. And last thing I'd like to say is something that I live my life by is Carpe Omnia, which is seize every feeling that comes your way, every opportunity that comes your way, because as cliched as it sounds, that tomorrow may never come and things like that. But literally, I mean, COVID's taught us that.
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
live every moment and live it up.
So I would like to add, my mantra is imperfection is beauty. That is my mantra.
We also learnt the importance of mental health and how learning a few skills can be proved helpful. These skills will help you to change your perspective and adapt habits that are good for your mental agility. And these skills will also help you to become more passionate and patient towards the people who are facing mental health issues. We all are together in this. It's quiz time, guys, and the question for today is, which age group should focus on their mental health issues?
And the second question for today is, which aspect of our life is impacted the most by mental health? Is it A, personal life, B, professional life, or C, life and relationships? To answer these questions, log on to www.mapofme.in and stand a chance to win exciting prizes. Also, do not forget to take part in the 26-step challenge, as that will help us give you the push to start your career.
On this note, I'll take your leave. Do not forget to keep on watching our shows and sharing videos with your friends and families, and take inspirations from the people who have been featured on our shows and those who inspire you in your personal life. I'm Iptika, signing off. Do not forget to prioritize your mental health.